Hi YouTube. Finally, I'm here to extend my video of Natural Hair and Bootcamp. Please bear with me because I have not prepared for this video at all. I'm kind of like looking at the questions that I've been asked previously, and I'm going to try to um, answer these questions just in general because I've been getting a lot of questions. So it's going to be kind of out of order because I'm just going to read from the latest, not the latest, the uh, furthest back question and just continue with the most recent questions. The first question was were we allowed to get your hair styled for graduation? Yes, you were allowed to do your hair for graduation. What they allow us to do, we got to buy flat irons at the end. I can't remember exactly. I think it's like the last week we got to buy flat irons, and then some girls try to get weave shipped to them. It all depends upon your RDC. If you have pretty cool RDCs that don't really care about you getting weave shipped to you from your parents, because I got my makeup shipped because I didn't know that we were allowed to bring makeup. Some people brought makeup and then your RDC just took the makeup and kept it for graduation. So what I did is at the end, I just wrote my mom before graduation and just asked her to send me some makeup for graduation. And she sent it to me. And then when it got sent to me, my RDC kept it until it was time closer to the time of graduation. And then they just gave it back to us. So yes, you can do your hair for graduation. It's not really much that you can do because all I did was twist my hair and put Bantu knots because I had bobby pins. And then I just wore it curly like that. That's all I could do. And believe me, it's not the best, but you look better than what you normally do at boot camp. Somebody asked me, was I in school yet? I've already been to school. I'm a reservist. So I've been to school. It's been over a year since I've been back home now. So yes, I was at school. You get to do your hair regularly when you're at school. Like you get to get your flat irons, get your weave. I had my weave here as soon as possible. It basically depends upon your command as well, whether or not, because you have like these phases that you go through once you get to school. You have phases that you go through. Your first phase is that they don't give you freedom right away. You're restricted still. You can't go anywhere off base. For me, because I was in Mississippi, they didn't let us go off base, I think for 1 or 2 weeks. And then after 1 or 2 weeks, you get to the next phase and you get to go out, and we got to go to the mall. We got to buy civilian clothes. Oh, in your first 2 weeks, first and second week, you couldn't wear civilian clothes either. So all you had was your PT gear and your uniforms, which really sucked, but that's all you had to wear. And then eventually, after you went to your next phase, you got to wear civilian clothing. And you get to wear your hair however you want to. At first, when I was restricted, you can't wear weave at the beginning as well. So what I would do is I would just gel back my natural hair into a bun. That's all I could do because my hair is too bulky. Your hair can't exceed, I think it's 4 inches in bulk. So if you was to take your hand, say if this was 4 inches, which is not, it's about 3 inches. If you was to take your finger and if this was 4 inches here, then it can't exceed this, like in bulk. It can't be big. You can wear your natural hair, but it can't exceed bulk. But you wouldn't want to wear your natural hair out because when you put your cover on, it just smashes it down. I wore my natural hair out like one day. Another girl asked me, I took a look at her videos and I looked at her hair to see if she can wear her hair as it was. And she said that could you wear 2-strand twist? I didn't see anybody with 2-strand twists. Matter of fact, you can't wear 2-strand twists because 2-strand twists are like kind of like kinky twists. Twists are restricted because they're drag-like. You can't wear dreads. You can't wear kinky twists. You're not allowed to. That's just regulations. You can't wear twists, period. And she asked me, because of water shrinks your hair, will they cut it? I had braids in my hair when I went to boot camp, and what I did was braid my hair to the back. And you know how when you connect, like once you braid one and then you get the next one and then you just connect the first one to the second one. I did that to where all my braids were connected into the middle, and so I had one strand in the middle, and I pulled it up and pinned it with a bobby pin where you could not detect a bobby pin whatsoever. And when it was time for haircuts, I had to, the lady, she looked at my hair and she was like touching it. And this was a Caucasian lady, so I thought I would trick her or trick them, period. No, it didn't work. So she kept touching my hair and touching my hair, and she asked me, she said, "Where does this end?" And so she was like, "Take this down." So I had to take my braids down. My hair was long. It was longer than, because they cut your hair to here. So my hair was down to about right here. My braids were anyway. And she made me take it down. And so what I had to do was I had to take the back of my braids down. I took them down to about right here. And they took all my hair, pulled it back in a ponytail, pulled it down, and just did a straight blunt cut. Like, they just pulled it in a ponytail and did a blunt cut in the back. So yes, they will, no matter if your hair is curly or whatever the case may be, they will, it depends on, like I said, it depends on who the person is, who you're dealing with, who's cutting your hair, or whatever the case may be. They will pull your hair down if your hair is curly. So just be aware of that. Another question is, did I see anyone with a small afro? Yes, there were people in my ship that I saw with small afros. As I keep stressing this, it just depends on who your RDC is. My RDC, we had a Nigerian lady, because she was like 35, and her hair was probably like this. It was really short when she had really short shrinkage. I don't know if I said that right, but she had a lot of shrinkage. And so, but when you pull her hair out, her hair was probably about that long. And I didn't think there was anything wrong with her hair, but my RDC made me, because I was the only one who could grip her hair, I had to braid her hair. She couldn't wear it out in a small afro. She was not allowed to. But I've seen other divisions and other girls in other divisions that actually got to wear their hair out in a regular afro, and her hair was way longer than a Nigerian that was in my division. So it all depends on who your RDC is, to whether or not if you can wear your small afro or if you have to get braids. My RDC did not allow anybody, even a mixed girl that was in our division. She had really, really beautiful curly hair. He did not allow us to wear our hair out. Like, when I had my hair out on a wash day, which was a Sunday, which they give you holiday routine, I had my hair out on a wash day, and he made me put my hair back up right then and there, because they didn't know I had like blonde in my hair, which is not, I had got the blonde because I didn't know I was leaving so soon. So I had got my hair colored, and I ended up leaving sooner than I thought. So when I had it in braids, you couldn't really see the blonde, but when you actually pull it out, you could see it was more blonde than they expected. So they thought I bleached my hair when I was at boot camp, which I didn't. So the next question is, so no twist or dreads? Nope. You can't have twists, you can't have dreads. That's just regulations. You can have braids, and that is it. I have a girl that says she's leaving in February. She's natural. Her recruiter told her no braids or extensions. And she said, but would getting your hair tapered in the back kind of long in the front be okay? Because she can't have someone butchering my hair. I would advise you get your hair cut before you go. If you having problems, you don't want somebody to just mess up your hair like they did me, get your hair cut before you go, so you don't have to worry about it. You can actually have a cute cut instead of having a raggedy blunt cut that they don't care about because they got 50 million other recruits to cut. So I would advise you get your hair cut before you go. And I don't 3 months ago, she asked me that question 3 months ago. So no braids. You can have braids. I don't even know recruiters lie to you. So if you don't know, you need to ask questions, but you can have braids. That's what I had. They can't restrict you from, it's your hair. I mean, if they don't want you to wear a fro and they don't allow you to wear braids, then what's left? Nothing at all.